Hey guys, Mike coming back with yet another video. I've been getting some stuff in for a change, so I got a few things to show you, and I've got a few nice things really coming in too. So wanted to get this batch out of the way and get put up, and then we will move on. Hopefully, in another week or two, Lord willing, we'll have some more. But first thing I want to show, and I have no idea what this is. This is a canvas piece, large. On the back, at the bottom, you can see the MLB logo, which means this was made after 1970. The guy I got it from says probably he thinks the 80s or 90s. Not for sure what it is. It's a canvas Wheaties. It's got Hank on the front of it. And I'm wondering if this is like a modern make of the 38 Series 15 that I have never seen, or if this is just a plain old fantasy piece in general. It was cheap, and I thought it looked really neat. It would go well with my other Wheaties stuff. But very cool item for the cheapo, that is. Got some nice photos in for Hank. As you know, I'm a big photo guy. Hank played in the 30s and 40s, and back then, there's not a lot of this on video, so important milestones for a player. The photos sometimes are the only things that exist to show what they did. You can read about your favorite player stories, the Mantles and Gehrigs and Roos and stuff, but the photos give you an actual peek of what it looked like back in the time. This was a significant part because this was after Hank had been he left in 1941 to go serve in World War II. Didn't get back into July of 1945. It was the last game of the season. They're playing the Browns in a doubleheader. They need to win one game to win the pennant, and avoid a playoff with Washington. It's first game, bottom of the ninth. Actually, I think it was the top of the ninth. And the Tigers are down 5-4. And Hank comes to the plate and hits a grand slam to win the pennant for the Tigers. Now, he hadn't played, for years, and he came back, and I was reading that he hit, in just a half a season, from July 1st until the end of the year, he hit 311. He hit, had like 60 RBIs, 17 home runs, something like that. He has had an amazing, for someone who hadn't played in years, it's amazing these players can come back and just pick up where they left off. It's unbelievable, really. But this is a picture of him crossing the plate after he hit the grand slam to win the pennant for the Tigers. And they went on to win the World Series in 45 against the Cubs, I believe it was. And, it's just an amazing story. It's my favorite World Series story for Hank. To think he went through all that, came back, got him into the World Series, and then they end up winning the World Series. When in July of that year, he had no idea if he could even play baseball again. It says here, here we go. He had, since July 1st till the end of the season, he had 311, 13 home runs, 60 RBIs, and 78 games and 270 at bats. And that's for someone that hadn't played since 1941. So, quite an amazing story. I love the picture. This is actually my second one. It's a little different than the other one because they were taken by, different photographers from different news companies. So it depended on, where they were standing as far as the angle and such. But glad to get that. I got another nice photo. This one is in 1946, after they won the World Series. Hank was the home run king yet again. Like I said, kind of crazy. After 1 year, you know, he's back on top. He's doing his thing. He led the American League in home runs. He ended up being sold to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he was contemplating in the early spring of, well, actually in winter of 1947, whether or not he wanted to play for the Pirates or if he wanted to retire. At first, he decided to retire, and he decided later to come back. And this is a picture from 1940, 19, let me see, March the 3rd, 1947, showing Hank taking his first batting practice swings with the Pirates in his new uniform. Uh, just a beautiful photo, very nice shape. Uh, he later, at the end of the year, kind of regretted doing it and retired from baseball. But this is a really nice photo from his first game with them in 19 or first practice in 1947 in March. So I thought that was extremely cool. I love photos that relate to significant moments in his career, and just top notch to me. This is a super piece here. This is a 1932 scorecard. Um, while he was with the Beaumont Exporters in the Texas League. This is my second scorecard from 32. I got the first one years ago, and I never thought I'd probably see another one. But this is 1932 Dixie Series, and what they did was this was kind of like a mini. This is like a minor league World Series matchup. The winners of the Beaumont from Beaumont and the Chattanooga Lookouts played each other in a 5-game series at the end of the season. Beaumont had won the Texas League. Hank was the MVP for the league in 32. And the Southern League, or maybe a Southern Association, I believe, the Chattanooga Lookouts were the champion. And they played in this 5-game or 7-game series called the Dixie Series. This scorecard is from Ingalls Stadium in Chattanooga. Let me see, Chattanooga Baseball Company up there. And these programs are just, I mean, I think I looked up and there was maybe on average about 6,000 to 8,000 people at each game. It's the Chattanooga lineup. And if you look under Beaumont, you will see Hank batting cleanup, wearing number 19, playing first base. Son scored, so I'm not for sure which game it was from. I know that the Beaumont won their first game and then they lost the next 4. So Chattanooga did win this Dixie Series. But these programs from that are just super rare. It popped up on eBay as buy it now, and I worked out a deal quickly with the guy. And he was very kind to let me go ahead and just make an offer and buy it. But this would have been from late in the year 1932. Of course, in 33, Hank made his debut with the Tigers and had his Hall of Fame career. But stuff from his minor leagues for Hank are just super rare. I'm sure they are for most of these players back in this era. But very, very cool. And then I got this, another Diamond Dust board. I've got this one, but it's in much rougher shape. This one is essentially brand new. This has got the cellophane still on the board. It's never been unwrapped. If you look at the top, you can see the red underneath the cellophane. So I'm sure it looks extremely nice. I'm not going to take the cellophane off of it. These were little betting cards that You can see the players that are represented here, the Fox, and you got Hank and Ted Williams. These are really nice little pieces. They got inside of each of these holes was you punch out, there's a little puncher on the back. You use to punch a piece of paper out of each hole. And if your number matched on the paper, the number up here, you won $1. Now this is 1940s. They probably had these from the 30s up to the 50s. This is probably from the 40s. It cost a nickel for each slot to poke out a paper. Now, there's one board that has, as far as I've been told, it has the actual diamond dust cards in them, or the little papers that were folded up accordion style, inserted in these boards, and when you punched out a player, you won the $1 instead of just the number corresponding to the player. Of course, they're mega rare. There's hardly any of those. I was fortunate enough to get the Hank one last year. And this board here, I'm not going to open. I do have ones, like I said, that's much worse shape. And I might poke on it a few times just to see what's on it. But supposedly there's a few people that know what boards they come out of. On the back you will see... let's see here. Yeah, on here it will tell you. Oops, focus here. Here we go. The style, the serial number, and the ticket color. So most of the little papers inside were white. This one says orange. I assume that's what color they are when they come out. This is serial number 8504. They're supposedly serial numbered ones. If you get that serial number, that's the ones that's got the diamond dust cards in them. But now this one I'll never know. And we're moving on. Next would be some bench things I got in for the collection. Very cool. A very good price on this. That 1982 tops. It is the blank back proof for his 82 tops card. These were just printed out to see what the final card looked like. And if they thought it looked appropriate and the way they wanted it to, then they would go ahead and start making the cards. But this is the last one they'd look at before they'd start printing the actual cards. So very cool. And this is one I've been looking at for a long time. This is like 2018 tops, 35th anniversary. Or 2016, I assume. And anyway, it's the red version, number to 5, or number to 10, I should say. And glad that I do rainbows when I can. And this is the one card I needed for that rainbow. So glad to get that. And finally, I am going to show off this one. This is really tough. In fact, I didn't even know it existed on my official checklist. This is a 2017 Topps Chrome. I think these were inserts in maybe the Topps product. I could be wrong. Series 2, I'm thinking. If you look on the checklist, when I made the original checklist, focus there. It didn't have any print numbers on it. It just said that this listed the cards that were in the set, and based on the odds, I assume they were all one of ones. And over the years, so this is 2017. This is the first time I've ever seen one. This is numbered 4 out of 5. So when I realized, I tried to get some 1-in-1s. I've got plenty of 1-in-1s a bench, like maybe 250 give or take, but I don't count them as must-haves when I'm doing my bench set. But if I find them for reasonable prices, I'll buy them. So when I saw this was available, first time I'd seen it in 7-8 years, and that it was numbered to 5, I really wanted it. So worked out a deal with the guy and was very happy to get this one. Don't see too many Topps Chrome bench cards or any type of Chrome stuff for him from Topps. So, very nice card. Glad to put that in the collection. And I believe that will do it. Just a quick video today to go through these. Like I said, I've got a really nice stuff coming in. A nice signed mid-30s album page with some George Burke stamps. I've got a Hank Greenberg with Babe Ruth photo that was taken right before Ruth passed away. I just talked to Sean. I'm working on it. Sending me some photos. So more coming, but wanted to show those, and I hope everyone enjoyed. I really love the photos now. And this program was just wonderful. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope everybody's doing well, and I will talk to you later, Lord willing. Thank you. Bye-bye.